Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, whether you are new or you're coming back. And let's get on with the reading right away. So I do have my oracle deck. It's the Cosmic Journey Oracle today. Let's see what we have for Divine Feminine. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you're all set for a successful week. We have two cards. Number 18, listen. In stillness, you meet your true self. And bloom where you're planted. Number 6. So I'm immediately getting that, this concept of a meditation, right? Where it returns you into here and now, and it is getting you into a space of listening to yourself, to your higher power, to your guides. Basically, it's a way to get appreciation for where you are, and also to get guidance from like a deeper level, right? So that you can make sure that it's not your ego talking, it's your higher self talking. Just those things could be tricky. See what we have for the masculines. Also two cards, number 30 and 13. Trust and act accordingly. Another one is every cycle is a higher opportunity. So yeah, I think we saw that the other day, that it's like even if you get bad news, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's something bad, right? Like, it's there to advance you, right? To get you an opportunity, right? So this is why you're supposed to trust and act accordingly. When I get into some problematic situation and I'm getting myself into the space of trusting that it's supposed to be like that, that it's supposed to benefit me in some way, right? I immediately get, when I relax into that trusting space, I immediately get an idea that like why and how it can be good, right? Until then, yes, there's a lot of emotion usually, and it's just kind of like chaos, fear, panic, But when I get into that space, like, how can this be beneficial? Then I see. And sometimes it's not like a straight line, right? Like, it goes into several loops. So because there is a cause and effect concept, right? And or what, chain effect. Just trying, I can visualize it. I'm trying to explain now. When it's not directly how that event impacts me, but it's how that event impacted a few more steps after that. And that was important. Maybe like step 4 in that chain was important, right? But that chain of events couldn't have happened without this part. Or sometimes it's not even about me. Sometimes it's supposed to benefit somebody else, right? In a good way, in a constructive way. But it had to be played out that way so that person would do whatever they are supposed to do, right? Or see what they're supposed to see if they were part of that situation. Okay, let's see what we have with tarot. Immediately got the Hermit card for Divine Feminines. Anything else? Can you please clarify? And 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, so the feminine is actually considering how the knowledge that she's receiving or has received or will be receiving very, very soon can be applied into the mission, into the bigger purpose, into something practical. And again, this is from the best intentions place, right? Just be careful not to force it. And see, the Hermit is the major arcana, which means that this process is facilitated, is encouraged by the divine, right? To get you that information that you're supposed to have. You may feel a little bit isolated from other people at this time, but again, this is part of that plan, right? And this is for you to be in that stillness, to listen, to bloom, you know, to expand. This card is Minor Arcana, Six of Pentacles. So this means that you are supposed to come up with an action that to apply it. So this is where you wouldn't be waiting, right? You kind of absorb and process the knowledge, and then you will come up with something, right? But then you will need to see it through, to act on it. So yeah, make sure that it doesn't just linger on the idea level. That's what I'm hearing, right? Idea is good, it's great, it's necessary, but it then needs to cascade into the action. Ooh, yes, that's true. Double confirmation. Let's see what we have for the masculines. Six of Cups in reverse, and Four of Pentacles in Judgment. Wow. Yeah, so and masculines are remembering the good old times. I'm getting this has to do with the DF, right? Some happy memories from the past, and they're now sad that those are in the past. So it's kind of like, you know, usually it's about like rejoicing, having nostalgia, but like having those warm memories, right? Like being happy when thinking about it, and they're actually not that happy because those are in the past, and at this point they're not sure how many more you're gonna create together and how things are gonna go in general. Here we have building foundation. Four is actually about foundation. Usually for Pentacles it's about being defensive, but here in this particular deck I'm seeing it as being protective of your like basics, of your necessities, right? Your must-have belongings. So there is some sort of enlightenment around that for Divine Masculines. For some, I'm getting that they're going to reconsider what those necessities are. What is worth protecting with your back, with like your whole body, right? And what isn't really. For some, it will be about relationships and certain people that they've been covering for, protecting, taking care of, that shouldn't have been there really. And finally, for some, it will be protecting their thoughts and feelings, right? Like not wanting to share those, and they will see how that is holding them back in certain ways in terms of ascension, right? We see here about the trust, the card about the trust, right? So it's like letting go and trust in the space. Look at this card, right? The complete opening up to the will of the divine, right? Look at this magic wand from the hand from the sky, right? So there is a big meaning in that, rather than trying to hold on the fort by yourself. And again, this is a major arcana, right? This is a minor arcana. This is what DM is trying to do. Okay, energy of the connection. And by the way, I am going to be moving back to the Big Island tomorrow, so I don't know whether I'll do the reading on the same day. We'll see, hopefully yes. And yeah, it will be a new location. We'll see what it's like. I'm not 100% sure yet. A lot of cards. It's a story. We have Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and Three of Swords. Yeah, so the twins, both twins want to get to a more stable space where on the one hand they can move through life comfortably, confidently, without always being worried about what's happening to them, what's happening with that twin. And they also want to be able to express the passion that they have for each other. It's very sweet, actually, right? Like It's like, yeah, there's been a lot of heartache, and I'm getting this imagery where the twins can actually feel the pain from each other's heart space, from the heart chakra, right? And this is the part where there's a big desire to support each other, to help those wounds heal, whether it's the wounds have been caused through the twin connection, or before that, most of it has been caused by something before the twins have met, right? So there is a necessity to support each other, and doing it mostly through communication, showing support, like practical support, and also through sharing like how excited you are about each other, how much admiration and passion you have for each other. Just a little scary, but yeah, there is an intuitive understanding that will bring even more healing for themselves, right? Like, for example, if I'm a divine feminine and I'm supporting divine masculine in this way, right, showing that support, it will, like, I'm opening up, right? I'm making myself vulnerable, but it's actually helping my heart heal, and for me to let go of the fears that I have around being that open with someone, right? Having that kind of intimate relationship. Okay, messages from DM to DM. You're right. I want you to choose. And will you choose me? This is actually that 4 talking. 4 of Pentacles. Oh, it's actually 4 of Cups, I guess. Yeah, so DMs have some doubts at the moment. They're not getting a clear energetic response from DFs, and they're not getting a clear response in 3D either. So that's what is causing that extra anxiety and doubts that things are gonna get back to normal. But for divine feminines listening, watching, this is not for you to kind of run to them now and be like, oh, I mean, you are the one, of course, like, everything's gonna be great, we're gonna be in union. No. This is something that DMs have to resolve by themselves. So do not try to push it that way, right? If anything, the communication that is coming in that is wanted is more about not like the specific romantic relationship, it's more about friendship, it's more about being there for each other on the basic human level, right? Like we are family, right? We are close people to each other on so many levels, so we're supposed to be supportive, right? And this could be practical, and this could be more emotional support, and that's what the twins want to communicate to each other, and that's what's important right now, without forcing any kind of labels or steps or ways of commitment beyond that friendship. But yeah, if you can, divine feminines, if you can confirm on something on that front to your DM, right, around friendship, around being available to help if they need you, that would mean a lot right now. Now, messages from DF to DM. Okay, that's too many cards. Okay. So we have, I need more time. Do you even see me that way? I need more balance. Yeah, so it's this synchronized energy here, but you see like you see the pattern. The doubt, the fear is caused by lack of balance, lack of groundedness, lack of maybe confidence right now, right? So that's again for divine masculines listening or watching. This is not for you to run in and change that, or say like, it's all good, we are great, and etc. I mean, yes, if you're coming from space of friendship and you want to lend that supportive ear or shoulder, you know, whatever it is that divine feminine may be needing. But it's important not to get too hung up on like, oh, if I'm not gonna get together with them right now, then I'm gonna lose this person. That is not the way to think about it. You will not lose each other. This is your true twin flame. You will never lose each other, right? So this is about giving them that space. And remember, we saw that card about being in stillness. We saw this government card. So the F is supposed to be in this space to do certain inner work, to go over certain life events and scenarios, to be able to draw the necessary conclusions, to make the necessary decisions, right? And yes, it may feel lonely at this time, but it is happening like that by design. So just need to find that zen in ourselves. And the more we appreciate the company of ourselves, the more we can then appreciate the company and the support and friendship and love of another person. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope this has been good for you. I love you all, and I will be back with more readings very, very soon.